Halloween is always just such a confronting time for me as a mom, that so much gets brought up of, am I going to let my child have the fun of wearing the costume and doing the trick-or-treating and doing the thing that you got to do when you were a kid, and keep that tradition going, and it's so fun, we're just having fun, and you get to get candy and get dressed up and do that whole thing, and then you at some level feel bad if you don't do that, because you're robbing your child of this fun thing that everyone gets to do. And but then it's just I just doesn't sit right with me, it just doesn't sit right with me, this whole thing, what are we really doing here? And what is the meaning of this? That's what's what is the meaning of all this? And then you start to dig deeper, and it's oh yeah, this time actually had meaning for people. This was in many traditions from all over the world, this time was a time when people, the veil was thin between the worlds, and people took this time to connect with their ancestors, connect with their loved ones who have passed, and have that honoring moment in this potent, powerful time to really tune into that, and make it something special, and make it something meaningful, something that means something. I feel our culture just lacks meaning, lacks depth, lacks something that feels real, something that fills your heart, that fills your soul. It's yeah, sure, costumes and candy are fun, but does it mean anything? What are we teaching our children? Does that have any meaning? Sure, yeah, I got to do that when I was a kid, but what did it lead up to for when I was older? Yep, I'm still getting dressed up in my little Halloween costume, and I'm going out, and getting wasted and just totally a mess, because it didn't mean anything. I'm just doing the same thing I was doing when I was a kid, except on a whole different level. I was eating a bunch of candy then and getting wasted on that, and then I get older, and then, you know what I mean? It just doesn't mean anything. And I really got to see, yeah, it was honestly great to see my oldest daughter. She got to she goes to the zoo kindergarten, and they had a little Halloween parade, and got to get dressed up and go around the zoo and do this trick-or-treating. She was so excited. She's I've never been trick-or-treating before. I'm and I just was happy for her to have that experience, and in a way, at least, that it wasn't as gory as some of these decorations I see in these houses with people and blood and chainsaws, and it's I don't really want to go to that. It's yeah, there's gore. And she got to, do the trick-or-treating and get the candy and all that. And her and my younger daughter, had a bunch of the candy last night, and it's all good. And today, my younger daughter's birthday, and they both just totally crashed today. Each of them in their own times had total meltdowns. Not themselves at all. They do not do that. Total meltdowns, totally absurd, just way off. And I'm this is the result of all these fake dyes and weird stuff going on in this candy, and some kids are in this state all the time, and people just think that's their personality, but it's not. There is stuff in there that makes kids act differently, makes anyone act differently. It's not real food, it's poison. It's a little poison in small doses, and it's this cultural norm to oh, we're giving candy. It's we're just giving away this poison, and it's somehow cultural normal, and it's more unnormal if you don't take it. It's no, thank you. Yeah, so I just got to see that today and remember that, oh yeah, that's why we don't do that. And I was really excited. We got to have a moment last night to actually bring back these traditions of remembering our ancestors, and I, got to print off some pictures of, yeah, my grandpa and James's grandmas, and our daughter Angel that passed, when the twins were born, and just like have them up and sit with them on Halloween. We ate dinner with them, and and I think year by year, the more we like go into that space with my girls, they can actually like understand the real meaning of this time, so year by year we can build that, and we can still have fun and like make treats and do special things, and it can be a fun thing, but it just doesn't have to be this tradition we've been given to be this thing that it just doesn't serve our spirits. So yay, I hope y'all made it through that time okay, and may we keep cultivating this culture of meaning in our lives. Love y'all. Bye.